What's up, baby?
Hey, Sevyn.
What's good?
I always say when we talk to Sevyn Streeter, it's like not interviewing an artist, just like calling your sister, like, girl, what you been up to?
No, for real.
That part, like for real.
It's family.
I'm like, we just got a chance to talk to her, and now we just catching up. Okay, we checking in. First, she was checking in on us with those bad habits, and yes, the chicken wings,
the guilty pleasure.
The guilty pleasure, the guilty pleasure, and now we still checking in on your drunken thoughts or your sober words.
Yes, Drunken Wordz Sober Thoughtz. I can't wait to get back in the city so I can get y'all drunk for real.
Absolutely. What happened? Never mind. I was going to say something, but very inappropriate, but I'm not going to say it because we're live on the radio right now. But of course, we are talking to Sevyn Streeter. If you're just tuning in, this is family of the show. This is family of ours in real life outside of the music. But you have a new single out right now called Nasty Girl. It's featuring Bia.
I do. That's my little nasty little record, you know. It's fun. Shout out to Bia. I'm obsessed with her. She's so fire. And yeah, I don't know. I'm in a really good space where I feel very, comfortable in my skin and very, sexy and melanated and all that good stuff.
Hey.
So like to pop my shit when I can. And on this record, it's like, it's one of those. It's very confident. And I like it because I like to, I've been noticing a lot of women like to do their makeup to it and get dressed and get fly and turn it on. And like, I'm like, yes, that's the energy right there. Like,
That's why we're here for. We're here for Nasty Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. That's one of my favorite parts about being a girl. Getting ready to go out thing.
It's the fun part. The pregame.
It's the toes. It's the pregame, fellas. You don't know about this.
Yeah, our pregame is something serious. Women like, excuse me. Yep. Yes, it's the shots while you're doing your makeup. It's the dancing in the bathroom with your friends. That part.
You know what, Sevyn Streeter, before we get into what the pregame looks like, can we actually play the record right now, Nasty Girl?
Yes, let's get into it. Let's get into Nasty Girl, right?
Perfect.
Sevyn Streeter here. It's like family checking in. You gotta see it all nasty now, because you know what season coming up too. They told you got this Nasty Girl dropping right before cuffing season.
You know, cuffing season is real. Listen, it's a lot of little nasty, cute little records for cuffing season on Drunken Wordz Sober Thoughtz that y'all can get into. Y'all.
With that being said, are you cuffed up yet, Sevyn Streeter? What's happening for Sevyn Streeter for cuffing season?
Oh, am I cuffed right now? Nah, Sevyn is single in the city, child.
Hey.
City, but I'm dating. You know, it's cute. I'm dating and enjoying that, and it's been fun. So we'll see if I if I allow myself to get cuffed for the season. We'll see.
I like that word. Did you hear that quick? Allow.
Here's a funny thing, Sevyn Streeter. I'm glad you said that because we actually had a topic on the radio maybe a week or so ago talking about dating, and Diva was saying that like when dating, are you allowed to see more than one person if you're just dating?
I think so. And then at the moment where you don't want that person to see anybody else, you should say that. Be like, hey,
yeah.
Well, the whole thought of where you are when you're not with me, I don't really like them thoughts. So what we doing? You know what I mean? I think it can be a conversation. You let the person know, but as long as like if you're not exclusive and you're just dating, you're gonna know somebody that they can see whoever they want. And vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, and look, and I know for sure you know about this. You start thinking about that and you feel that way, but you don't say it. Then you start that drinking and then you start getting into those sober thoughts. Do you find yourself typically more bold after you've been drinking to go ahead and send that text?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of person that's gonna send the text regardless. But
period.
But nah, absolutely. Little liquid courage is a real thing. Little liquid courage will go real far, very, very far. I'm not even gonna hold you. I got a song on a project called Liquid Courage, and I wrote it. I was mad at my ex, and I was in the studio, and can I curse on here?
Good.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, yeah. I was in the studio. I was fucked up. I was mad, and I wrote this record called Liquid Courage, and I definitely said. I would have said the same thing had I been sober with myself and my sober thoughts, but I think it was a little bit more fun and a little bit more therapeutic to get it out after taking a little shot. And it was like, yes.
Yeah.
So what does the drunken text look like when you're texting the guy? Is it what you doing?
Oh my God, a paragraph. It's
A
gonna
paragraph, a long.
I will send. I'm not above sending you a paragraph. If it needs to be a paragraph, it needs to be a paragraph. If it needs to be, 2-3 lines, it needs to be 2-3 lines. If it needs to be one word, it needs to be whatever it calls for. Just know it's gonna come from here to here to you.
And just know the guy is gonna just respond, okay.
Right. No, deadass. I'm not even gonna hold you. Some people, sometimes I've had experiences where they'll send me a paragraph back or where they match my energy. And then sometimes, of course, men, y'all a little different when it comes to communicating.
Right. But I feel like a paragraph is like something's wrong. If it's a drunken text, it needs to be something simple like, hey, what you doing? You still up? Or just something simple.
You still up?
Not that part. Oh, I love them. I love the use of context. I really do love those. Those are cute.
Just the eyes, the emoji eyes.
Right. See,
I saw a meme that said, ladies, if he send you a text and say, what you doing, you still up, and you reply, just know in 9 months you'll be pregnant.
That's not true.
It's very possible. It's very possible. I mean, it's going all the way down.
Well, we're talking to Sevyn Streeter once again. If you're just tuning into the show, new single "Nasty Girl." It's amazing because like me and Dee, we've known you for years. To see your transition from I like it to It Won't Stop to Yearning, which is still one of my favorite records, to Probably to Guilty to now being so comfortable in your own skin. One thing I've noticed is and just kind of off topic, but on topic. Chloe has been getting a lot of like backlash because people feel like she came out as this Disney girl and Beyonce's girls, and then now she's really showing her sex appeal. What do you say to somebody who's like offended by a person like yourself or Chloe, who's comfortable in their own skin, but now the world wants to attack you for now being so comfortable in your sexuality?
I said they can turn the channel anytime they want to. You don't have to look this way. There's plenty other places to look. There's plenty other things to do. There's plenty other artists to watch. It's plenty other ways to occupy your time. If it bothers you that I'm comfortable in my God-given skin, and that's a you issue, that is not a me issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Chloe looks fucking amazing, and I think she is fucking shit up as she should. And they need to leave that girl alone. Like, you gotta understand, like, women, especially when you're growing and you're evolving in front of the world, it's like, I want a lot of those people, the men and the women who do have something to say about it. I want them to really think about it and just imagine somebody having a microscope on their lives from 14 all the way up to whatever ages they are now, and watch how, first of all, you're not wearing the same PG clothes you was wearing when you was 16 and 17, and you know what I mean, that you wear when you're in your 20s or you're in your 30s. It's the same thing. People are just seeing, they get to just see it front row and get to see it, and they have so much to say about it. It's like, I just don't have time for it. I really don't. I'm like, that's a you problem to me.
I love that answer.
You started with that busted challenge, Steve. After that busted challenge, we all looked at Chloe differently, like, she's not young no more.
She grown up.
Grown woman. She's a young woman, but she's a grown woman. Like,
she's letting you know. Absolutely. I love that answer.
I'm like, go on, Chloe. Go on.
Go on, Chloe.
Some more asses. Booty so big, Lord have mercy, that part.
Yes, Lord have mercy, nasty girl. We out here shaking it, doing it just how we want to be. Nasty, making a whole lot of money, all that. Well, look, Sevyn, another one of your favorite, one of my favorite records of yours is Before I Do, of course. And we all know how influential you shared about loving Aaliyah. Rest in peace, baby girl, as we have been celebrating her life and all of her fans celebrating her music being available for streaming. Amen. How do you feel about that? Because like I said, we can tell her influence with your music and everywhere, and now it's out.
I feel like, well, I'm in New York right now, and the other day we were walking and they had this really huge billboard of the Aaliyah album up, and just for 2 seconds, I just converted and imagined that I was a child again, and like, oh, her album just came out this week. Like, I still had the same excitement when I seen the poster, you know what I mean? So, and that album for me, that's my favorite Aaliyah album, is Aaliyah album. And I love it so much because, those were her last thoughts, musically. That's her that's where, you know, she was so excited about that project. You know what I mean? Like she was so, I mean, I remember watching the interviews like it was yesterday. Like she knew that shit was fire. She knew it was fire.
Yeah.
And it still is. Every record, every song still fire. So we excited. Like we're just excited.
Yeah, and just celebrating. I can't stop playing it. And now we can go back to listen to it, how she dabbled into the alternative sound. Like nobody was touching her.
She's a one-stop shop, man. From singer to dancer to actress. She did everything, and she did everything well.
Everything well. Everything well.
Well, Sevyn Streeter, we are really excited. Once again, Drunken Wordz Sober Thoughtz. Support the album, support the single Nasty Girl. And I, like I said, I love that Sevyn Streeter, you're in a space, because I feel like so many artists, because you are under that microscope, you're so afraid of the cancel culture, which I always say the cancel culture is BS. They'll be gone in 3 days. But like, how do you as an artist deal with being so comfortable and then knowing that the cancel culture at any given time could mess up your streams or mess up your revenue?
Right. Well, because first and foremost, like I subscribe to God. My life is in God's hands. I don't live my life worried about people. You know what I mean? Especially not today. There was a time in the past where I did, you know, that's just normal, but not today, not this Sevyn today. I mean, I have daily conversations with God. So it's like, whatever you want to be will be, period. And that's you know, that's how I view it.
Well, you heard it from Sevyn Streeter herself, man. Support that single Nasty Girl. Ladies, you can pregame to it if you want, or you can be nasty and send a drunk text to the song as well. That
part. It's a lot of them on there. It's a lot of dope features too. You know?
How many tracks on the album?
14. It's 14. I kept it cute. It's 14.
Okay.
But it's Chris and Ferg and Lucky Day and Jeremiah is on this record called Wet Dreams that I love, and Lavish is an OVO artist who is amazing. So it's just a lot of goodness, and I kind of feel like low key when I think about it, because I mean obviously B is on the album, so I do have one girl, but I'm like, man, I was like, why are there so many male features on the project? And when I think about it, I honestly feel like I was really writing about different stages in different relationships and, you know, different guys that I've dated. And I feel like I was able to have those conversations like with them, but through the features. It's kind of weird. I'm really right now. I'm like,
we know you crazy with that pen, so we're gonna be listening out for whatever it is that you were imagining and why these fellas are blessed to be on the same records with you. Because we know one thing you can do is tell us a story through that pen. So authentic, and that's why we love your music. So we're definitely looking forward to this. Thank you so much, Sevyn.
Thank you.
We love you, Sevyn. We love you in real life, and we can't wait for you to get back. Hopefully to the area soon. We can do a party. We can turn up. We can drink. We can get drunk.
A DC brunch.
Listen, I think that part, a Nasty Girl brunch would be so cute.
That's easy. All you gotta do is send a text, and we set it up the end of the day.
A Nasty Girl brunch or a Drunken Wordz Sober Thoughtz brunch. That'd be so.
Let's.
Mimosas. Oh
DC is the place for that.
So you joking? I'm gonna text you when we're done, and we're gonna set that up like soon.
I told Dre the other day, my touring guy, that because we're about to set up all of the release parties in the different cities and stuff like that. So that'll be really cute. That'll be
DC, baby.
I will. Thank you so much, Sevyn Streeter.